What the haters talking about?
What's up, family? If you like free money, you're gonna love this. We got a Texas man who was awarded $5.5 million as part of a lawsuit against a restaurant, claiming that the establishment overserved him alcohol, which contributed to the injuries he sustained during an altercation with another man later that night. The ever bold Daniel Rawls filed a lawsuit in May accusing La Fogata Mexican Grill owner Lourdes Galindo and an unnamed bartender of premises liability, negligence, and damages arising from foreseeable criminal conduct. The suit stems from a May 2019 incident where Rawls had been drinking heavily at La Fogata before leaving and getting into a dispute with Robert Henriksen, who had also been drinking in excess, in the parking lot. Rawls alleges an uneven parking lot caused him to fall and accuses Galindo of failing to keep it clear of anything that would pose a tripping or falling hazard to intoxicated patrons. He also claims negligence on behalf of La Fogata for not calling an ambulance when he sustained a serious and debilitating head injury after falling, as well as his altercation with Henriksen. Rawls claims Galindo didn't sufficiently train the unknown bartender to determine when a customer had enough to drink or shouldn't be served anymore. The Houston Chronicle notes that Rawls has been arrested twice, in February and May of 2019. Take a wild guess what for. All right, time's up. Dun, dun, dun. Public intoxication. The court's ruling was part of a default judgment, which means that Galindo didn't respond or he didn't show up in court. The restaurant has 30 days to appeal for a new trial. All righty then. What y'all think is gonna happen? Y'all think he's gonna get that money? $5.5 million for a drunk? Let me tell you something, fam. This is one of those cases where, you know how this generation is like. Well, I'm not gonna just say this generation, but this era. It's not your fault. It's not your fault. It's like, no matter what you do, it's not your fault. Whatever it is, it's not your fault. You can be overweight, it's not your fault. Underweight, not your fault. You can be, you can get drunk and go kill 25 people, not your fault. Get fired from your job? Not your fault. Because you overslept? Not your fault. Nothing's anybody's fault. This case is the epitome of lack of accountability. Someone who blames somebody else for their own actions. Like, fool, nobody forced you to take that drink. Now I get it. If you're at a bar and a bartender is constantly serving you drinks, knowing that you're over the limit, because they know what over the limit is as they feeding you the drinks, especially if you're dealing with the same bartender. And damn, I gave this guy 12 shots already. You know that dude is over the limit. You should probably follow this guy aside and see if he's trying to get in the car or something, right? But even before all that, you don't serve somebody 12 drinks. I wouldn't want that liability. But damn, man, this dude didn't take responsibility for drinking. He didn't take responsibility for starting the fight in the parking lot. Whether he started or not, he didn't take responsibility for fighting in the parking lot. He didn't take responsibility for falling on his ass for being drunk. He didn't take responsibility for anything. And they gave him $5.5 million. Well, they awarded him $5.5 million. He hadn't gotten it yet. And it remains to be seen if he'll actually collect. But just being able to get a judgment like that, I mean, that should be rules to this man. Like, and I don't understand how the owner didn't show up for a judgment, like something like that. Man, you know, these people, they'll give that money to somebody, they'll rule against you. Anytime you have a court date, fam, if it's nothing, okay, you don't show up, whatever. I mean, if it's part of your strategy, fine. But just not showing up in court, that's not an option. You basically telling the judge that you don't give a damn about the proceedings, you know, and they take that personal. And they will rule against you. I had a default judgment ruled against me once. It was like, what was it? It was a car rental case. And it was a couple $1,000 or whatever. We had a dispute or whatever. And I failed to show up in court. And they ruled in the favor of the rental car. And I had to stroke the check. Last time doing that. What do y'all think though, fam? Do you think he'll get that money? Drop a comment. No more talk.
What the haters talking about?
Yeah.